Dinosaurs ruled Earth for 165 million years. Then a meteor wiped them out. But some creatures were already ancient when dinosaurs first appeared, and they're still here. These are the animals that survived every mass extinction, outlived entire eras, and refused to evolve. This is 500 million years of survival. Horseshoe crab. The horseshoe crab has blue blood and a design that hasn't changed in 450 million years. Watch one crawl across the seafloor. Its armored shell moves like a living tank. 10 legs work beneath a dome that predates trees, predates land animals, predates bones. Here's why it survived. That blue blood contains cells that detect bacteria instantly. Humans now use it to test every vaccine and medical device on Earth. 1 quart sells for $15,000. We bleed 500,000 horseshoe crabs annually because their ancient immune system beats anything we've engineered. They existed before the first fish developed jaws. 5 mass extinctions came and went. Continents merged and split apart. The twist? They're not actually crabs. They're more closely related to spiders. We named them wrong for centuries. Evolution's job is to improve designs, but when a body plan works perfectly, nature doesn't touch it. Some creatures adapt, others just refuse to die. Nautilus. The Nautilus has survived 500 million years using a shell with perfect mathematical precision. Picture it drifting through deep water. A spiral shell catches dim light. 90 tentacles reach out from chambers built with geometry that humans didn't discover until the Renaissance. The Nautilus shell follows the golden ratio. Nature invented Fibonacci sequences before math existed. Here's the survival trick: buoyancy control through chambered compartments. It fills and empties sections with gas, rising and sinking without moving. Zero energy wasted. A living submarine that predates actual submarines by 500 million years. This creature watched trilobites appear and vanish, saw dinosaurs rise and fall, witnessed mammals take over. Never changed its blueprint. The shocking part? It has the most primitive eye in the ocean, a pinhole camera with no lens. It sees blurry shadows. Perfect vision isn't required when your design is already flawless. Ancient math wrapped in mother of pearl, still hunting in the dark. Velvet worm. The velvet worm has been shooting slime for 500 million years, and it still hunts like nothing else on Earth. Watch one move through leaf litter. Soft body, stubby legs, antennae twitching. Cute almost. Then it detects prey. 2 nozzles on its head spray jets of sticky glue that harden in seconds, immobilizing insects mid-escape. A biological glue gun that evolved before spiders learned to spin webs. The slime shoots up to 12 inches with perfect accuracy. The prey struggles, gets more tangled, exhausts itself. Then the velvet worm just walks over and eats it alive. No venom needed, just ancient adhesive and patience. These creatures were already hunting when the first animals crawled onto land. They watched forests grow from nothing, saw flowers evolve. Here's the twist: they give birth to live young, fully formed, no eggs. Mammals are famous for this. Velvet worms did it first, by 400 million years. Soft-bodied, slow-moving, and absolutely unkillable. Goblin shark. The goblin shark looks like a prehistoric mistake, and it's been hiding in the deep ocean for 125 million years. Imagine pitch-black water 2,000 feet down. Then this thing appears. Pink, flabby skin, a blade-like snout jutting forward, a jaw that launches out of its face like a bear trap on springs. It's called slingshot feeding, the fastest jaw extension of any shark. The prey doesn't see it coming. That snout, packed with electromagnetic sensors, it detects heartbeats in total darkness. The goblin shark doesn't hunt by sight. It hunts by feeling your terror. It survived the extinction that killed dinosaurs,
outlived the megalodon, avoided every major predator by simply going deeper than anything else would follow. The shocking truth? We've only seen a handful of living specimens, most wash up dead. We don't know how many exist, where they breed, or how long they live. Some fossils stay buried, others just swim deeper. Tuatara. The Tuatara looks like a lizard, but it's the last survivor of an order that dominated Earth 200 million years ago. See it basking on a New Zealand rock, spiny crest down its back, unblinking stare. It moves once every few minutes. This isn't laziness, it's efficiency perfected over geologic time. The Tuatara has the slowest metabolism of any reptile. It can hold its breath for an hour, live past 100 years. Here's what makes it alien. A third eye on top of its skull, covered by skin, but still functional. It detects light and seasons, a remnant from when ancient reptiles navigated by celestial patterns. Modern lizards lost this. The Tuatara kept it like vintage hardware that still works. Its relatives died with the dinosaurs, every single one. Tuataras survived only because they reached isolated islands before mammals showed up. The evolutionary curveball? Temperature determines the sex of their offspring. Too warm? All males. Too cold? All females. Ancient doesn't mean immortal. Sturgeon. The sturgeon has been swimming Earth's rivers for 200 million years, and some alive today are older than your grandparents. Picture a 6-foot shadow gliding through murky water. No scales, just bony plates like medieval armor. A vacuum mouth on the underside. 4 whisker-like barbels sweep the riverbed, tasting for food in complete darkness. This is a fish built like a submarine. Here's the insane part. They can live over 100 years and don't reach sexual maturity until age 20. Some caught today were born before World War II. They grow slow, reproduce rarely, and just refuse to die. Their eggs? That's caviar, the most expensive food on Earth. We're eating the offspring of living fossils. The cruel irony, we've almost killed them. Overfishing for caviar pushed dozens of species to the brink. A creature that survived the asteroid that ended the dinosaurs might not survive us. Time doesn't kill ancient designs. Greed does. Tadpole shrimp. The tadpole shrimp has looked identical for 250 million years, and it survives by mastering the art of suspended animation. Watch a desert puddle after rain. Within hours, these things appear. 3 eyes, a horseshoe shell, a tail like a miniature trilobite. They weren't hiding nearby. They hatched from eggs buried in dry dirt for decades, sometimes centuries. The moment water touches them, life restarts. Here's the survival hack. Their eggs can withstand boiling, freezing, and complete drought. Scientists have hatched tadpole shrimp eggs stored dry for over 25 years. The embryos just wait. No heartbeat, no metabolism. Pure biological patience until conditions improve. They existed before the first dinosaurs, outlasted every extinction by simply refusing to need water until water returned. While other species evolved complex adaptations, tadpole shrimp perfected the ultimate strategy. The mind-bending fact? They're older than the Atlantic Ocean. Some creatures fight extinction. Others hit snooze and wait for better weather. Coelacanth. The coelacanth was supposed to be extinct for 66 million years. Then in 1938, a fisherman pulled one up alive. Imagine the shock. A fish with limb-like fins, armored scales, and a body design from 400 million years ago, suddenly thrashing on a boat deck. Scientists thought it died with the dinosaurs. Fossils littered museums. Then this living ghost appeared off the coast of South Africa, completely unchanged. Here's what makes it impossible. Those fins rotate like shoulders and hips. It walks on the ocean floor. This is the blueprint that became legs, the evolutionary bridge between fish and land animals. Every 4-limbed creature on Earth, including you, traces back to this design. Coelacanths live 700 feet deep where light dies and pressure would collapse human lungs. They give birth to live young after a 5-year pregnancy, the longest of any vertebrate. The coelacanth didn't go extinct, it just stopped caring what we thought. 400 million years of silence, broken by accident. 8 creatures, 8 designs that refuse to break. They didn't survive by being the fastest, the smartest, or the strongest. They survived by finding a formula that worked and never letting go. Evolution isn't always about change. Sometimes it's about recognizing perfection and protecting it through apocalypse after apocalypse. These living fossils are proof that the oldest answers can still be the right ones. If you want to see what else is hiding in plain sight, hit subscribe.